Have you ever tried to enter some data in Excel sheet and then spend 4 to 5 hours just to write a simple formula that gives you some calculated results? If yes, then I have great news for you. With the help of ChatGPT, your work can be done in minutes. Yes, it is possible to write complex formulas in minutes instead of spending hours together. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create formulas in Excel with ChatGPT. You will also learn how to do data analysis using ChatGPT. We will see how we can get help from ChatGPT while creating pivot tables and charts. And finally, we will write some VBA code and create macros using ChatGPT. So if these topics are interesting to you, stay tuned till the end and let's get started. Now suppose you have written a formula, but you don't know how it works. In that case, you can ask ChatGPT to explain the formula to you. For example, I'm going to write, "What does this formula mean and how does it work?" along with the formula that I want explained. After that, it explains the formula to me in simple language so that I can easily understand it. It also shows the function arguments and what each argument means. Let's try another example. What does this formula mean and how does it work? Sum product, A2 A10 100, B2 B10. Along with the formula, it provides us with the explanation. As you can see here, it explains all the function arguments. Let's check out another amazing thing that you can do with ChatGPT. Let's say you don't know how to write complex formulas like VLOOKUP, HATELOOKUP, XLOOKUP, and you need an easy way to write them. Well, there is a good news for you. You can easily create formulas with ChatGPT by asking it to generate formulas. For example, you can say, "How do I do a VLOOKUP in Excel?" and it will give you the general syntax of the formula. After that, you can provide it with some details about your data, and it will generate the exact formula for you. Let's give it a try. I want to do a VLOOKUP for names. Let's try another example. I want to do a sum if the formula. If my numbers are in range A1 to A10, and my criteria are in cell D1, what's the formula? After that, it gives you the exact formula that you need. Let's try something more complex. Write an Excel formula to count the number of cells that meet multiple criteria, and it will give you the formula along with the explanation. You might also face some errors while using the formulas and you don't know how to fix them. In that case, you can ask ChatGPT to fix the errors in your formulas. Let's check out how it works. I'm going to write, "I have this formula, but I'm getting an error." Can you fix it? Now let's try to analyze some data using ChatGPT. For example, I have some data here and I want to analyze it to find out which product brings in the most revenue. In that case, I'm going to write, "Analyze this data and find out which product brings in the most revenue," and click on Enter. As you can see, it tells me that product C brings the highest revenue, which is true. Let's try something else. Find out the total revenue for each product and put it in a new column and press Enter. After that, it provides me with the steps to calculate the total revenue for each product. I can copy and paste the formula it gives me and apply it to my data set. Another thing that you can do with ChatGPT is to get help while creating pivot tables. Let's say you want to create a pivot table from your data set. In that case, you can ask ChatGPT for help. For example, you can say, "Help me create a pivot table for this data set," and click on Enter. After that, it will provide you with the step-by-step instructions to create a pivot table from your data set. You can also get help from ChatGPT when creating charts. Let's say you have some data and you want to create a chart from it. In that case, you can ask ChatGPT for help. For example, you can say, "Create a line chart for this data set," and click on Enter. After that, it will provide you with the step-by-step instructions to create a line chart from your data set. One of the best things about ChatGPT is that you can use it to write VBA code and create macros. For example, let's say you want to create a macro that copies data from one sheet to another. In that case, you can ask ChatGPT for help. For example, you can say, "Write a VBA code to copy data from sheet 1 to sheet 2, and click on Enter. After that, it will provide you with the VBA code that you can use to copy data from one sheet to another. You can also use ChatGPT to create macros by recording them. For example, let's say you want to record a macro that formats the data. In that case, you can say, "Record a macro that formats the data like this," and click on Enter. After that, it will provide you with the steps to record a macro that formats the data. Apart from that, ChatGPT can also help you solve different problems related to Microsoft Excel. For example, let's say you want to know how to remove duplicates from a range. In that case, you can ask ChatGPT for help. For example, you can say, "How do I remove duplicate values from a range?" and click on Enter. After that, it will provide you with the steps to remove duplicate values from a range. Well, there is one more thing that you can do to make your work even faster and more efficient. Let's say you want to automate some task that takes a lot of time. In that case, you can use ChatGPT to automate it. For example, let's say you have to send an email whenever a new file is added to a folder. In that case, you can use ChatGPT to create a rule that sends you an email whenever a new file is added to the folder. To do that, you can say, "Create a rule that sends me an email whenever a new file is added to the folder," and click on Enter. After that, it will provide you with the steps to create a rule that sends you an email whenever a new file is added to the folder. These were some of the ways that you can use ChatGPT to make your work easier and faster. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. If yes, please consider subscribing. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments section. I'll try my best to help. If you are an intermediate or advanced Excel user, you may have spent many hours writing formulas for your dataset, and it took you so much time to finish it. And when you check your formula, it may be really hard to read and understand because you wrote it long time ago. Now imagine that you can write your complicated formula within seconds by just asking ChatGPT. You can do it. In order to use ChatGPT, you need to go to its website. After sign up, you can see interface similar to this. So first, let me ask a simple question to ChatGPT. Can you write a formula to add numbers in the range A1 to A100? Okay. You can see here that it has written the sum formula for me. I can copy it and paste it here. Yes, you heard it right. You can get your formula within seconds with the help of ChatGPT. I can close the ChatGPT and open my Excel file again. Here I have some data set which is related to orders. Now I want to find the total sales amount. So I will go here and type the same question which I asked before. So here you can see that it has given me two different options. I can use these formulas or I can write it on my own. Let's try it out. I will select this option and I will just copy it. By using Ctrl+C, I will go back to my Excel and paste it here. Just press Ctrl+V and here you can see that my total sales amount is $62.98. So you can use ChatGPT for simple calculations as well. Now let's try something more complicated. Here you can see that I have asked ChatGPT to write a formula to find the average sale per order, and it has written the average formula for me. Now if I go here, you can see that my average sale per order is 629.8. Now let's move towards lookup formulas. Most of the time, users face difficulties while using lookup formulas like VLOOKUP, H8lookup, and XLOOKUP. It is not easy to remember their syntax. So now I will ask ChatGPT to write a formula to find the total sales amount for January. Okay, so here it has written XLOOKUP formula for me. I can copy it and paste it here. Yes, you can also use XLOOKUP function with ChatGPT. And if I close the ChatGPT and go back to my Excel sheet, you can see that my total sales for January is $1,200. So it is really an amazing tool which can help us to write different types of formulas. Now let's try something more interesting. I will ask ChatGPT to explain me XLOOKUP function. Okay, so here it has explained me each and every step for XLOOKUP function. You can ask any type of question to ChatGPT. For example, how to write IF error formula. Okay, here it has written the IF error formula for me. I can copy it and paste it here. And if I go to my Excel sheet, you can see that my total sales is $6,200. And in case there is no January in my data set, I will get the error message here. But if I use if error formula, which I got from ChatGPT, you can see that it will show me nothing instead of error. This is really amazing. Now let's talk about data analysis. Here you can see that I have asked ChatGPT to analyze this data set, and it has given me different analysis in terms of average sales per order, total sales amount, and products with highest sales. I mean, it has given me top products which have highest sales. Now let's talk about pivot tables. Here you can see that I have asked ChatGPT to create a pivot table for this data set, and it has given me all the steps. I can copy these steps and paste it here. Then I will just hit Ctrl+V, and I will get my pivot table. Here you can see that it has created the pivot table for me. And if I expand these items, you can see that I have total sales amount, average sale per order, and other analysis as well. And if I double-click here, you can see that I have different products and their total sales amounts. So yes, you can also get your pivot table with the help of ChatGPT. Now let's create a chart with the help of ChatGPT. Here you can see that I have asked it to create a line chart for total sales amount. Okay, so it has written the chart. I can copy it and paste it here. Then by pressing Ctrl+V, I will get my chart. You can also ask ChatGPT to format your chart. Here you can see that I have asked to format the chart with different colors. Okay, so it has given me the chart with different colors. I can copy it and paste it here. Yes, you can also change the colors of your chart. Now let's talk about VBA coding. If you don't know VBA coding, you can ask ChatGPT to write code for you. But before that, you need to go to Developer tab under the Code group and click on Visual Basic. You can see that I have asked ChatGPT to write a code to delete everything from Sheet 2. Here you can see that I have pressed Enter and it has given me the code. I can copy it and paste it here. And then I will just press F8 and run this code. You can see that my Sheet 2 is deleted. So you can also use ChatGPT for VBA coding. Now let's create a macro with the help of ChatGPT. Here you can see that I have asked to create a macro to delete the Sheet 2. I will just press Enter, and it has given me the macro. I can copy it and paste it here. Then I will just press Alt and E to open the macro window. Here you can see that I have pasted my macro. Then I will press OK. And if I click on Run, you can see that my Sheet 2 is deleted. So you can also create your macro with the help of ChatGPT. And the best part is that you don't need programming knowledge. And if you don't want to remember these functions, formulas, or codes, you can ask ChatGPT to write anything. For example, I will ask, what are the different ways to delete a sheet in Excel? Here you can see that it has given me different ways to delete a sheet. I can choose any one according to my requirement. For example, I will choose this one, and I will say delete sheet 2. So it has given me the code to delete a sheet. I can copy it and paste it here. Then I will press F8 to run this code. And if I click on Run, you can see that my Sheet 2 is deleted. So you can also use ChatGPT to solve your problems. Now let's make our work even faster and more efficient. Here, you can see that I have asked ChatGPT to help me to write an Excel formula in a way that a person with little knowledge of Excel can easily understand it. So it has written the formula in very simple language which anyone can easily understand. So this is really amazing. Here you can see that I have asked ChatGPT to explain me different formulas in very simple language which anyone can understand. Here you can see that it has explained me the formula in very simple language, so you can use ChatGPT to learn new things. And if you want to learn something quickly, you can use ChatGPT. For example, here you can see that I have asked to teach me how to write VLOOKUP formula, and it has taught me very well. You can also ask follow-up questions like, what is lookup value? So it will tell you that lookup value is the value you want to find in the first column of the range. So you can ask follow-up questions if you have anything in your mind. And if you want to learn something, you can also use ChatGPT for that. So these are the few examples how you can use ChatGPT for your work. I hope you enjoyed this training. Please share it with your friends and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.